I've been thinking a lot about what I call the silent cycle. In so many families, we're taught to protect the image instead of the innocent. I've seen firsthand how someone finds the courage to speak up about something painful, something that should have never happened to them. Instead of being met with love and accountability, they're told to leave it alone. He's moved on. You're going to ruin his life. And what that really means is don't disrupt the illusion, because a lot of families care more about how things look than how they make people feel. When you silence someone's pain, you don't just protect the abuser, you teach everyone watching that the truth is dangerous, that keeping secrets is the price you pay to belong. I know that because I lived it. There were things that happened to me that I didn't talk about for years. I just carried it around in silence. And it wasn't because I didn't want to speak, but I already seen what happened to people who did. I learned how to smile through it. I learned how to survive by keeping it to myself. But the thing about silence, it doesn't just go away because you don't talk about it. It grows. It shapes how you think, how you trust, and even how you parent. For me, it showed up in a form of protection. I became a mother who never let my daughter spend a night with friends. Not because I didn't trust her, but I knew too well what could happen when adults looked the other way. When the people who are supposed to protect you choose silence instead. That's how trauma speaks, through overprotection, through vigilance, through the ways we try to make sure our children never feel what we felt. And I've also seen how silence repeats itself in other ways. I watched someone in my family go through the same kind of harm that I did. Instead of being believed and supported, they were met with anger. Anger from the very person who had once experienced abuse herself. Then somehow the same person who caused the harm, the one who should have been held accountable, was later praised. He was celebrated, even written about as if he were the pride of the family. That's how twisted silence can become. It flips the story upside down until the truth teller becomes the villain, and now all of a sudden the abuser is everybody's favorite. That's how cycles continue from one generation to the next, and it only ends when someone decides that peace matters more than appearance. Healing means breaking the silence. It means giving a voice to the things our parents and grandparents were too afraid to say. It means that you say, I'm not protecting the lies anymore. When you speak the truth, you don't destroy the family, you cleanse it. You teach the next generation that their voice matters, and you stop the cycle. If this message resonates with you, if you've ever felt like you had to stay quiet to keep the peace, I talk about this in my book, What Didn't Break Me, From Pain to Purpose. It's my story of silence, survival, and finally finding the courage to speak. You can get your copy today on Amazon or the TikTok shop.